Alright, YouTube. So I just watched the entire CNN interview with Jack Dorsey. He went on to Reliable Sources with Brian Stelter, and they were talking about Alex Jones. And, the interview itself is very revealing. How they talk about the Illuminati revealing themselves. Well, I'm not saying Brian Stelter and Jack Dorsey are Illuminati. They're elites, most definitely, but they're basically there in plain sight talking about censorship as if it's the right thing to do. And, towards the end of the interview, Brian Stelter asked, do you think that this timeout's going to change Alex Jones's behavior on Twitter? And I'm thinking, this sounds like straight up MK Ultra. It's like, let's find a way to change his behavior and alter his mind. I mean, because that's essentially what they're trying to do. And they're trying to do that to a very large group of people right now. The efforts of their censorship are basically there to discourage us from speaking the truth and basically reporting it on the news. And when we're seeing this is the reason why they're censoring us. They're trying to discourage all of us. And Alex Jones is kind of one of the figureheads in this anti-establishment movement. So, of course, they're going to censor him. It's like they're kind of making an example out of him. And they're trying to basically get all these people on TV to advocate for why it's a good reason, And so, yeah, anyways, here I am talking about it. The video, the interview is going to be in the description below. It's like 12 minutes long. It was kind of boring, to be honest, because a lot of what they're saying is just shit I already knew. But it's kind of still nice to hear them say it out in plain sight. Now we know that they're really advocates for censorship. And not only that, but it's funny because Jack Dorsey's like, oh, well, we like to censor people who are toxic, but at the same time, we don't want to be arbitrators. I think that's the right word of truth. But that's essentially what you're doing. You're trying to control information, thus controlling thought. So they've really done a poor job of covering this up. And I don't know, where do we go from here? Do we still try and reside on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube? Definitely not Facebook, but, YouTube and Twitter? Or do we go to the alt-tech, platforms? Why not? I think it would be something that would be worth our while. I mean, look, Styx, he's on BitChute. I think PJW is also on BitChute, too. So it wouldn't be a bad thing. I think the thing that people worry about is if they were to switch over to another platform, would their followers follow them, or subscribers, or whatever? I don't know. But I think it's kind of cool when major uploaders come out and say oh, I'm on BitChute and everything, and I think it's kind of an interesting point right now. I think we're at a crossroads because we're essentially having to decide right now, should we fight for our right to speak on these platforms, or should we go somewhere else? Well, me personally, I don't have any disrespect towards those who go to other platforms. I think it's actually really important that we try and reside on both. I think the result of us trying to pick one or the other might even be, in some people's minds, self-censorship. So why not try and get your voice out on every single platform? I think that would probably be the most efficient thing to do. And it really doesn't take much effort at all. If you're uploading from a device, you just upload the same file over and over again. And I think that's what Styx does every day. And there was another guy too, Martin Brodell. Yeah, he's basically the newsreader of YouTube. I believe he has a BitChute. I think he mentioned another site too. But anyways, I think it's it would be worth our while to spread out and to get to every single platform. The thing is that we really need to keep raising awareness, I believe, for this this campaign of censorship. And in my mind, they're getting desperate. The midterms are coming up, and they're trying to find ways to suppress voices like Alex Jones, Mark Dice, Styx Hexenhammer, Sargon, Lionel, Molyneux. Look, the list goes on, and there's so many more recognizable names in that pool of talent, and just from that side of YouTube than there are in the legacy media. We're definitely a lot more popular, and that's why they're freaking out. And the funny thing is a lot of us just happen to be very pro-Trump, or not even that, just pro-freedom, and we end up making a bigger ripple or making a bigger wave in social media. They get kind of scared because they're well, fuck, we really don't have our influence over the masses now, or over the people. That's what they refer to us as, is the masses. And and they look at us as like livestock, as commodities in a way, you know. And that's the difference. Like, these content creators, like, they genuinely want to make good content and not like brainwash people. They just want to make like thoughtful content, and that's the complete opposite of the legacy media. They want to come out there and they want to parrot like political messages, talking points, propaganda, and just put like all kinds of spin on different news stories. And yeah, but anyways, check out the interview in the description below. It's Brian Stelter interviewing Jack Dorsey. It's a good one if you're willing to sit through 12 minutes of two guys basically just bullshitting. And excuse me. Yeah, that was a pretty good take. I'm going to end it on that. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you later.